Hello and welcome to the first Friday of 2022. My name is Laura Newberry-Yokley. I am a holistic leadership coach with Sonrisa products. And today you are joining us for the Conscious Awareness Maintenance webinar series number 1. So welcome. I am going to put up the presentation here for everyone. All right, and everybody should have their Healing 365, Healing Calendar 365, their holistic leadership tool with them. It's just a great place to capture your thoughts and your thinking, and it's a great way to kind of move through the week a little bit. So there also is an introduction webinar pre-recorded for you. And for everyone on this call, you're going to get that additional part of being part of today. Just kind of goes through that introduction of the calendar. And it includes the holistic leadership assessment. So make sure that you start with that, and then we're going to go in today. So make sure you listen to the introduction. If you haven't already, make sure you take your assessment to just kind of check in and establish point A, and then we can move on into point B, point C, and then you can kind of track your growth. If you're into quantifiable metrics, you can really kind of get a gauge for how you're doing. And I love that there's a way to do that. So there you have it. All right. So welcome. This space is for you. I'm so pleased that you're here. Make yourself comfortable, whatever that is. I always imagine a blanket and pillows and tea and a book. That's why this picture is perfect. But if your comfortable space feels a little bit different, then be there and release your shoulders down and unclench your jaw and just release the busyness of today. I don't know about you, but today was a busy day, which is great, but now it's time to stop. We're going to be working on, listen to how action driven I am, actively or passively. We're going to be working on holistic leadership. And that is about knowing who you are so you can help others be fully who they are. It's an inside job. And that's what this series is about, to go inward. So center and settle. I imagine, going for a massage or doing something important for me, going on a walk or taking a bath or whatever that thing is for you that makes you unwind, that isn't with your family or your loved ones, that's for you. That's the kind of mindset here that's important. So let's go inward. You can hear what's around you. You can see what's around you. Perhaps you can smell what's around you or feel what's around you, but that's not what this is about. This is about really kind of moving inward and centering and settling into your own space and your own mindset and your own intuition and your own spirit, and accessing that brilliance that's already here. Not looking outward for someone else's approval or someone else's ideas. This is all for you. And this is safe space. There is absolutely no judgment at all. So I'm thrilled to be your guide here, to help you center and settle, to help you unwind, to help you do what you say you're going to do, to help work on your integrity, to help you balance, to help you find peace, to help you heal. All of those things you can accomplish here, because there is actually, it's not actually about accomplishment. That's the key. We're going to do something fun. So there's a quick story here. This deck, The Answer is Simple, by Sonia Choquette. She had her deck. There is a really fun, beautiful place in New York City called the Open Center. You can Google it. It is so cool. I found it in 2010 when I was on a business trip. And I went in there and they have like holistic classes. They have yoga, they have Reiki, they have meditation, they have like, you name it, you could have like some Zen master in there and you can learn from them, or some, Christian nun talking about the Bible study. Is just all a collective space for healing and centering. And so I found this place and there was a bookstore. So I went in the bookstore and there was a whole row of cards and I picked this out and I purchased it. And this was again, 12 years ago. And for me, what I like to do is there's guidance on each of the 62 cards. I still have all of them, unbelievably so. And what I like to do is I like to just pick one, and then there's a little booklet that goes with it, and then you can read the booklet. This woman, Sonia Choquette, Choquette. If you have a chance to look her up, she is a world-renowned author, storyteller, vibrational healer, and sixth sensory spiritual teacher. And she is in international demand for her guidance, wisdom, and capacity to heal the soul. She's the author of several best-selling books, including Diary of a Psyche, Ask Your Guides and Trust Your Vibes. And she has numerous audio programs and card decks. So ta-da, here's one of the card decks, and I just love her. So here we go. New year, new you. This is going to be a fun way to get that guidance going. And shuffling the cards with the intention of understanding 2022 on a collective basis. What do we have in store for us together as a community, as a globe, as a world, as humanity, as animals, as all of the things together. So let's see what comes up. I'm going to cut the deck in half. Okay. And then I'm going to pick the top card. And the guidance is drop it. You can see the visual is a hot air balloon. And, when you have sandbags around the edges of the hot air balloon, you drop those sandbags and then you're able to go up higher. So the idea is that you and I need to let go of our sandbags and leave our luggage here and move forward without it. And of course, we have formed this incredible access and attachment and addiction to our luggage that we take it everywhere we go, and it's heavy, but it's really important that we put it down. And you might cry when you do it because you've become accustomed to carrying that luggage with you and your baggage with you. So here we go. I'm going to read this section to you. It's just a little book. Here's the little section. Again, this is drop it. If you can see it with my background, just to give you that visual. Okay, here we go. The ego lies in the past and loves to rehash its suffering over and over and over again. The spirit, on the other hand, resides in the present and looks to joyful new possibilities every day. What is your ego dwelling on again, distracting you from the joy of the moment? What is it? Where is your attention, on your ego or your spirit? Are you focusing on the past or on the present? What old news of yesterday are you clinging to? Isn't it time to let go? Your spirit is beckoning you to drop the past and focus on the moment where there's a bright and beautiful present waiting for you. Pay attention to what's in front of you now. Notice the sounds, colors, feelings, people, and events of today. This is the day that will change your life for the better. And you're at great risk of missing out on it, so don't. Look up. Before the day is over, you'll receive a beautiful present. If only you're able to notice what it is. So that is our collective guidance. We do one card, and today is drop it. All righty then. Okay, here we go. Now, let's move into setting intentions for the nearest future, the newest future, the newest year for you for 2022. You and 22 rhymes. Cool. What are some things that you have in mind? And a lot of this is not about what you think. This is what you feel or what you are led to believe or envision or see with your higher idea. For me, I'll share. For me, I would like to really just exhale this year. My husband, my beautiful partner in crime, said to me, that I have been taking in information for so long. I just graduated from my MBA program. And instead of looking for another place to continue to breathe in and take in information, of course, I will forever be a lifelong learner and forever continue to read and take notes and think deeply. But for me, it's really important that I exhale, that I send things back out into the universe, both spiritually, both professionally, both personally, with my family, with my friends, with my social circle, that I just exhale. And that requires the courage to be visible, of course, and it requires that ability to let go of the narrative and let go of the outcome. I learned that idea from Carolyn Mace, to let go of the outcome. So that is my big intention. There's not more than that. And there will be many different things that come of that, but that is the central concept that I will be working with. Of course, the law of attraction I love, and I love the path of least resistance. I love the idea. These are all from Abraham Hicks, so look them up. The idea of getting ready to be ready, to be ready, to be ready. To not look around and notice the manifestation and make your ideas from there, but to really be putting things into the ether, be getting ready for the next thing. And that is cool. So I really think about that too. All right. So you can stop now. I'm not including in the recording your thoughts here, just the thoughts that I'll share, be willing to share. So this is safe space for you to share honestly, in the next, feel comfortable that I will not be releasing that for you. So I can cut and paste. It's modern technology. It's great. Let's move into goals. I, on page 28 of your calendar here, you can find monthly goals for January. Says, I would like to accomplish the following 3 things. So here we go. I said, read Dare to Lead by Brene. She's a one named wonder, Brene Brown. She is the social worker who has just taken the corporate world, taken the world by storm with her work on shame. And one of my colleagues at work, I work in the international marketing field. And one of my colleagues and I decided that we were going to read it together. And so I was supposed to read the introduction and I got through half of it, but boy, I would do a task and then I would look over and read another little bit here. But so Dare to Lead is what I am going to be reading this year, even if it's 20 pages at a time, a week, whether it's, a chapter or a section at a time. It's going to just help me be bolder and help me be more courageous. So I'm so excited and thankful to my colleague for her willingness to do this with me. I need to work on a social media plan. Oh, I have posted every single day for Sonrisa products this week. And I am so excited about that I have done that. That's new. And there have been my ratings for my analytics for my website have gone up by 360%. So cool. And I have readership from South Africa, Australia, the Philippines, and the United States. I'm so thrilled about that. Planning is really cool. Having pillars is really cool. Working on time management is really cool. Scheduling posts is really cool. So that is my second goal that I would like to, in the next week or so this month, let's say in the month of January, I would like to put a plan together. I'm going to put a timeline around that. I'm going to say for January, I'm going to get my plan done. So that's going to be what I'm going to talk to you about next time that I did or didn't do it. And it's no judgerson if you don't do it. Just check back in and make your progress forward. He'll fast forward or recalibrate fast. And it's okay. So do what you can. And then, of course, new year, new you. I want to exercise. It's really important that we add movement back into our lives. It's been pretty sedentary over the last couple of years. So even though we've done some things, and even though I track my steps and I do a lot, it's, really important to keep going. So I am going to exercise at least 20 days in January. Okay. There you go. Those are my 3 goals for January. And you can stop the recording if you're listening to this post live. And then we're going to share for a second, and I'm going to stop the recording. So you will have safe space again. Okay, let's move into notes or drawing. Again, I have a trick. I like to write with my non-dominant hand when I write in my journal or my gratitude journal or my success journal, which you have pages at the end of this calendar to start you off here. You have your dream journal, you have your gratitude journal, you have your success, you have your movement journal, which really this, 2021 needs to be an app. So maybe that should be one of my goals, my higher goals eventually, to make this into an app because it's cool. Paper form, but still it serves the purpose. Yeah, that I always try to write with my non-dominant hand because then my brain shuts down and then I can channel my left hand to my right brain creative instead of my right brain to left brain, my right hand to my left brain, and be real, boxical or analytical. And there's no judging for either side of there, but that's how you can trick it. If you use your less dominant hand, you can access the other side of your brain. That's really cool. So 2 ideas additional that I wrote down this week. I'd like to write at least 1 book this year. Perhaps that's another intention or a large goal. I don't know, but that's fun. It's kind of, I have 2 ideas that I will put in the oven tonight. And I will hold myself accountable. And then on page 30, there's a little space for you to write. And I just chuckle to myself that I only included Monday through Friday here. And I think the reason I did that is because Saturday and Sunday for me, again, you can change this. This is an evergreen calendar that you can use year after year after year. I have put the little numbers in the side margins for, Monday was the 3rd this year. And then I just added that. And then I can also add my exercise. Like Monday I did bike, and then Tuesday I did bike, and then Wednesday I did bike. I rode my stationary bike, even though it's freezing outside. And then you can write you can either use your gratitude journal in the back, which is so cool. You can just kind of date it. Page 127. What am I grateful for today? I am grateful for a project I was working on today where it just flowed. So coworkers and cohesion coworkers, cohesion. I sometimes like to pick a letter and then make up words that all go with that. Connection. It took connection to do that. It took communication to do that. In some instances today, it took compromise, that we all had to kind of find where each of us could be okay. Not everybody got everything that we wanted, but everybody was happy with the final product. And concise was, we whittled it down to make it more simple and streamlined, and we made sure that it was correct. We checked for errors, and it was on time, even though that is not a C word. Maybe if you know what a C word is for being on time, then you can tell me what that is. Email me, I don't know. Oh yeah, those are all of the things that I'm grateful for today. And then of course, the courage to be here with you tonight. The courage to show up and be vulnerable and be brave and be honest about how things are going. If they're going great, great. If they're not going great, great too, right? It's all just about sharing. And if you can name something, you can move through it if it's difficult. So try to put it into words, even if you write with your non-dominant hand or try to speak it to someone else to help you listen. Find that road warrior of yours in your friend circle, or maybe you haven't met them yet, who can be that for you, who can be there for you to create that healing space. All right, so this next part is the questions and discussion, just open forum, and I'm going to stop the recording here. So, you know, you can stop the recording too and, you know, have a discussion or journal. That's a great thing. You can spend some time journaling instead and doing some self-talk too. You do this on your own. So that'll be awesome. And now we're going to move back into this flow. This is now back into the introduction. I kept it at the end just in case there were questions, but don't forget to take your assessment. Back in the introduction here, we read the 4 quartets. We go through what holistic leadership is, the code for self-exploration. We talk about the definition for holistic leadership. And then here's the assessment. The assessment starts on page 10, after we kind of introduce and define what holistic leadership is. So there's 10 sections that you can check in with yourself, 10 areas. And then we go through each one of them on that assessment. So yeah, I hope you guys go back and do that because it's like so cool. Anyway, thank you for being here. I really appreciate it. And I can't wait to meet with you again. And I can't wait to hear how January has gone. So live each day to the fullest. Practice gratitude as the best attitude. Move forward, move quickly. If you do something that you regret, say something about it. If you do something that isn't quite right, it's okay. It's an opportunity to learn a different way to do something, because nobody has the right answer. And if they tell you they do, then that might not be the case. Check in with your divine connection. That's always a wonderful lifeline. But again, I'm so thankful that you took a little bit of time to connect with us. And please know that I'm here. If you would like to sit down for a professional consultation or a spiritual connection or a coaching session, all of those things are available. So don't feel dis-ease about reaching out. So please, I am here as your guide to help you navigate this year. So I hope you have a nice rest of your day or your evening or morning, and I'll check you on the next one, next first Friday in February. See you then.